All right. Let's get things moving in the stream tonight. I have really got to... I need my screen, instead of being over here, to be more over here. I'm thinking about putting something like red on top of the TV. Anyway, let me get the chat pulled up here. Cool. Okay, so it looks like we're live. I am still figuring out this whole streaming thing, so I've done plenty of audio-only stuff in the past, but pulling in video, not just video, but video from a 20-plus-year-old console while simultaneously playing it on the TV was a whole new level of challenging for me. I know that some of you out there are just going to laugh at that a little bit because, you know, it was something easy, but yeah, not my area of expertise. But anyways, so why are we here? I like to start out all these streams just real quick, kind of giving everyone the rundown. For the regulars, which I'm sure that there's all of 3 of you now. This will be a little boring, but so basically what I wanted to do was I've watched speedrunning for a long time. I've really enjoyed speedrunning. It's nothing that I've ever participated in. I'm not someone who is overly good at video games, so I, just heads up there. But I thought it would be interesting to take a video game that I haven't played in 10 to 15 years, pick it up, and just kind of document what a person can do, if they put some regular time together and, put some practice in and within reason. I'm not going to be one of these people that is going to put, a couple of thousand hours into the stream. I'm not going to, really grind away at this game. I'm never going to be a world record holder or even a top 10 player. But yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to play through, see what we could do, see how good we could get, and to just have some fun with it along the way. I do have quite a bit of lag right now. I'm not sure if that's going out in the stream or not, or if it's just in my headphones. Okay, we're just going to roll with it. Oh, it's going to be pretty rough. I really want to... just the audio. What do I got going on here? Okay. I think I know what I gotta do. Okay. Got it. Okay, so what we're going to do is tonight, so over the past couple of weeks, basically, we've just been playing through all the courses, trying to get our feet under us again, since it has been so long since I've played. So tonight we're just going to pick a couple of courses. We're going to just play through them, see what happens, and kind of go from there. So for tonight, the one that I wanted to really put some time into was Sunset Bay. And then the other one will probably be Southern Island. And Lastly, if we still have time from those, we'll jump into Port Blue, because that's probably Port Blue or Marine Fortress. Yeah, it's going to be one of those two, because those are the ones that we need to improve the most on. Then at the end of the night, what we will do is we will play through a championship. Right now, we are playing all of these on normal, because, yeah, you gotta start somewhere, right? So, yeah, let's start with Sunset Bay and see where this takes us. Yeah, so you will notice I did not get the max power. Still working on that. It's been pretty challenging for me to do just right off the line. Yeah, so gonna be a lot of resets, so get used to that. And whenever I first started this journey, I basically said, I'm not gonna be that guy that makes everyone sit through the resets. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna roll with it whenever I screw up. Easier said than done, my friends, because you start playing and you get really into it, and then you get super frustrated because you did something silly and you have no desire to go through the entire race. Okay, so for our warm-up race, I want to say that that's not too terrible, but I think that we can obviously do a lot better than that. I have watched a couple of videos this week, not a ton. My big goal was just to try and see how some of the current record holders, play. What are some of the things that they do? There's a really kind of surprising, how many people are, active in the wave race community. It's not as active as others, like Mario Kart or Mario 64. But there's 20 people probably regularly playing wave race on a competitive level, not like me playing wave race right now.
You almost had it.
All right. If you tuned in last week, you would know we started out really strong, and by the end of the night, oh man, it fell apart. I was ready to chuck my controller across the room by the time we ran the final course. Oh gosh, that was awful. I know that I just made that look really smooth, but The amount of steering I was doing between those buoys was definitely not ideal. Cutting those corners way too sharp, losing a whole bunch of speed. Yeah, my goal is also is get one of those doodads where you guys can see like what buttons I'm pressing. Not so much for everyone else, but for me, kind of going back and watching it. Because what I'm finding is, like, I know some of the strategies right now. And like, I know that whenever I get nervous, that all of that's just going out the window, and I'm just going back to playing the game how I always would have played the game.
3, 2, 1, go!
So it's like I lack that level of restraint.
3, 2, 1,
I think being able to see what buttons I'm pressing and when would be helpful for me. You know, kind of like a sports guy going back and looking at game footage, right? Uh,
maximum power!
I think the 3 courses that we're going to be playing tonight, I think that I find them the most challenging just due to the roughness of the water. Yeah, it seems to really throw me off. And I know that's the whole purpose of the waves in the game, is to make it more difficult, but it seems to be one of the things that I've struggled the most with. The courses that I'm feeling really comfortable with right now are courses that also do not have that variable. And for those of you wondering as well, I am playing on an actual N64. We are not emulating. It's actually really funny because, well, I guess it's not funny, it's just kind of sad, really, the amount of pack ratting I've done over the years, but it is actually the same N64, the same TV, and the same TV stand from my childhood bedroom. So, yeah, see, I didn't even need to do that. I lost a lot of time there. So yeah, very authentic experience for me. Let's see. Would really like to edge out a 112 before we move on. But,
3, 2, 1.
we will at least get another 113 before we move on to the next course. I will say I get a lot of inspiration watching some of the guys. I watched Dr. Bish set the world record in this guy earlier. I think he did it back in 2017. I actually may have done it again since then. But the video I watched was from 2017. And it was, gosh, he made it look so easy. I think a lot of folks that speedrun games make it look really easy, and it's just because they have thousands of hours. I think that there's a point where they're not really playing the game anymore. Yeah, and it's just muscle memory. Okay, play this at least one more time. I would really like to at least break into 113 before we call it. My audio has started lagging a bit too. I believe that is just on my end though. Oh, gosh. Yeah, see, like, we're not going to finish that one. So, earlier today, I installed some new smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. I'm pretty excited about that. This all started with I was going to replace one because where it's at is a huge pain in the butt to get to. I have to get a ladder out of the garage. And the ladder I have is really too short, so it's pretty sketchy me changing the batteries in it. Our smoke detectors are all hardwired, which is really nice, except the batteries still go dead in them, and you have to replace them. That is... See, look at that, we just got a 112. That is all fine and well, except for this one. And that one is in our bedroom. So it is the one that it'll start going off in the middle of the night. Not going off, but just bleep, bleep, because it needs a new battery. And it's terrible. It's just a terrible thing to get to. So I've been wanting to upgrade to the Nest Protect smoke detectors for a while. And Costco had a deal on them this week that was incredible, and I wound up buying 4 of them. And I got all those installed today. Let me tell you what. Those things are the bee's knees, and I'm really excited that I will not have to touch them, in theory, for the next 7 years. And that they're just there. Don't have to change batteries. Don't have to do all that stuff. They self-test themselves on a regular basis. You can have them do it daily, nightly, whatever. Now my smoke detectors already talk to each other, so having them talk to each other is not a big deal to me. But now the problem is my house has something like 9 smoke detectors in it, and now 4 of them are these super sweet, Nest Protect, smoke detectors. And now I want them all to be that way. So now I'm invested and I have to get more. It's okay. It's okay. But anyway, what I want to tell you guys about, if if you're a homeowner, you do any type of like wiring type stuff. Stop using wire nuts. Those things are obsolete. They're old school. What you want are called lever nuts. And specifically, the brand that you want is Wago. Don't cheap out and get the super cheap ones on Amazon. You want the real deal. Totally worth it. People call them Wagos, but they are the best. Yeah, like 1,000 times better than a wire nut. Any wiring project that I do in my house, that's the first thing I do is let's get rid of the old wire nuts and put in Wagos. Yeah, highly recommended. Okay, we're gonna run this guy one more time, just one more time, and then after this we will move on.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. Oh. Damn. How many times have I ran this now and I forgot what that was around that corner. Yeah, if I were like making a record run every time I'd bounce off a buoy right there, I would be resetting the game. I think one of the more astonishing things to me about the speedrunning community is the sheer number of people that have cheated their way onto the record boards. To the point where it's created like a whole problem. And it's not a problem of cheaters, but it's a problem that whenever... Oh, shoot, I forgot it was the last lap. It's a problem that whenever somebody legitimately beats their time and they find a new strategy, that the community jumps right to, well, you cheated. You couldn't have done that. You must have cheated. But I find that, I don't know, interesting. Realized I forgot to turn on my fancy light. So, there. There, it doesn't look like I'm as dark in a nice dark basement. Okay, let's do a little bit of Southern Island. The reason I wanted to run some Southern Island tonight is last week I put down some really solid times here. I was like really, really proud of that. And this is probably the course through all of this that I have the least experience on because it's the last in the list. So obviously it's not one that I get to every week, or, you know, get to spend a whole lot of time on every week. And of course we didn't get the max power off the line, so this run here is already a little slow. And I am just having a terrible time through there. This is also one I haven't really watched anyone run yet either, so I don't even know, like, is the course I'm taking the optimized course route, I guess. You know, is there something big that I'm missing? I just don't know yet. See, like, I'm getting a little hung up in the sand through here. I know you can kind of go under that guy if you hit it just right.
You almost had it.
Of course, we're going to retry. Okay, so we got us a max power that time. Oh boy. Alright, we're just going to pretend that last time didn't happen. And I know one thing we learned last week was it didn't take much in this course to just make you have a really bad time. Oh. Like right there, I just about ate it. Like, I know that the beach right there can really eat up your time. The waves through there, that beach right there that I just landed on, it can be pretty detrimental to your time.
You almost had it.
Alright, so we got some nice max power there. Yeah, see, like, that hole right there on the sunken ship. Yeah, that'll make you have a real bad time. You run into it. We learned that last week. That was pretty cool. I'm thinking about, mixing it up a little bit with the stream. I know right now we're playing Wave Race every Sunday and Wednesday. I think Sunday might turn into like a spin the wheel day. Wave Race is going to continue on Wednesday because, Wave Race Wednesday. But I think Sunday could be like an either or kind of day. It could be a wave race, or it could be something completely different.
You almost had it.
We will see about that. I'm also going to start. You see, I've got a lot of stuff back here. I'm going to start doing just some random, like one-off videos. Just kind of talking about those sorts of things as well. Yeah, just so that we're not just exclusively a wave race channel. And honestly, I don't even want to be a full-blown gaming channel. either. Uh, yeah, I mean, I want to... Yeah, I want to be more of a 90s channel. Just, you know, talk about the things that I like. And if you like those things too, then cool. It was actually a pretty terrible lap. So if you're wondering why I'm avoiding all of the jumps, which makes 13-year-old me pretty sad, because that was my favorite part, was the jumps. Because anytime you're in the air, you're actually going slower than if you are in the water. Come on. So yeah, jumps, waves, we're trying to stay in the water, as close to the water as much as possible.
You almost had it.
Couple more runs on this guy, and we'll move on.
3, 2, 1.
All right, pretty clean first lap. If we can keep that level of gusto. Pretty gnarly second lap. Not gonna lie, it's not starting out too hot. I have a feeling that going to the left of the sunken ship like that probably isn't the best. Because you get hung up on the sand so easily. It really sets you up for that, for the buoy right after the ship. See, right there, I didn't think I had it, and wasn't going to go. So there was some hesitation off the line there. I mean, I meant to do that. That's a new strategy I'm trying. I think the second lap going to the left of the sunken ship is fairly safe. At the third lap, I do think it's a pretty risky route. It's doable. I need to watch what some better players than me do through there. Well, that was going good. All right, one more try. All right, we're just not getting max power. All there is to it. So, the question, are there any... Oh my gosh. Forgot what lap I was on. I wonder if there are any wave race ROM hacks out there that add any other dynamics. Because I think that would be super interesting if they were out there. And I would like to play this. I know there was just a Mario 64 hack that came out this week, actually. I forget exactly what it's called, but it adds a ton of new mechanics to Mario 64, including new levels. And I think that that just looks really cool. And that was a terrible route for here. But I did go to the right of the ship that time. And I will say that that felt a lot better. So I feel like I should probably start going to the right of the ship and just dealing with it. Okay, so I'm assuming we finish. This is probably going to be our last run on this course for the evening. And probably move on to Green Fortress. Yeah, I think that's what we'll round out the night with before we run a championship. Sorry, I like going to the left.
You almost had it.
Not the best, but all right. Move on. Check one thing quick, because I'm curious. Okay. Interesting.
Select your course, please.
All right. Fort Blue or Marine Fortress? Let's see. All right. I think we're going to Marine Fortress. I think that's the one that I actually need the most work on. get some serious air here as well. And I know there's a shortcut back there. You can dive under the gate or whatever. I don't know how to do that yet. And I don't even know if you can do that on normal or if you have to be playing on a higher difficulty. Same with jumping over that little rock thing back there. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I've been talking about it on Instagram and Twitter for a little while. But I'm wanting to start rollerblading again. That was one of my few outdoor activities that I really enjoyed. Not outdoor activities. That's really the wrong way to say that. Forms of exercise. I mean, I like doing things outdoors. I like playing outside when I was a kid, but didn't do a whole lot of like exercise. But I enjoyed riding my bike and I enjoyed rollerblading. 30-something-year-old me has no desire to ride a bike. I do think that I would enjoy rollerblading. So my plan right now is I'm going to start teaching my 4-year-old how to roller skate. And once he is... anyway, once he starts getting into it and can roller skate, then now I have an excuse to get a pair of rollerblades. And now I don't look crazy. I look like a good parent. So yeah. That's the plan right now. I will say, you guys watching, you may not be impressed by my wave race skills, but me knowing how good I am at video games, or not so good really, I am really impressed with how far I've progressed with playing this. You know, back in the day, whenever I was playing, like the actual championship, my goal, you know, would be to finish, you know, actually make it all the way to the end. Yeah, now it's like there's no, whenever we jump over and start playing the championship, like there's no question that we are actually going to finish. You know, we're actually going to make a go at it and make it all the way through. I mean, just that alone, that's a big deal to me. Oh, that was going to be such a good run, too. There's like no way after that. Getting that daggone crate. Got in my way. Just like that wall. Oh gosh. Alright, we're going to finish this out. And of course I wasn't even looking there. Yeah, so let's run that one more time. I wasn't going to run it again, but I just couldn't let it end like that. Yeah. My audio is definitely way behind right now. Like, way behind. Hopefully that's not coming through for you guys. Alright. There we go. Alright, 131. That is the best we have done so far, and I was even distracted. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quit. And now we're going to jump over and do a championship on normal. And this should be interesting because we really haven't ran through a whole lot of courses this evening.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Get ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1, go!
And the very first one, missed the max power. Alright, we'll live. Alright. So far, so good. That corner there I slowed down a good bit on. There's the music speeding up. Oh no. Ah. Yeah, not a great time. That's alright.
You finished first and got move on to the next.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
Start your engine. 3, 2,
Okay. Got a max power. We've played through this course a good bit, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Already oversteering. Almost ate the wall. Okay, felt pretty good about that. Final lap, we gotta remember that. That's very important. Because that last curve, you know, we wanna take a shortcut. Oh no! No! Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Oh, that was awful.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
Ah, Drake Lake. This is everyone's favorite course.
3, 2, 1.
Just come.
You're still in first. You're about 7 seconds ahead.
Okay. So far, so good. Touch the buoy, that wasn't the best. Spent a little too much time up there on the island.
You're about 12
Ah,
seconds ahead.
didn't set myself up very good for this part. Oh, am I going to make it around this guy? Oh, yeah. Pretty good time.
You finished first and got to move on to the next.
Welcome to Marine Fortress.
Are you ready?
How that Marine Fortress.
2, 1.
Oh. First lap, not so bad. Managed to avoid those crates that got us in practice. Oh. I missed a buoy, so there's that. Guy thinks he's going to pass me. While I'm confident that that's not going to happen, I'm disappointed that he's that close. So. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Anyways, that's a pretty telltale sign that this run's going terrible. Let me just say, I'm really glad this is the last lap. Yeah, like if I were playing for keeps, I probably would have ended the championship there. Another missed max power. That's cool. That's cool. Oop. Not the route I wanted to take, but you know, the route I got. All I can say is, all things considered, it's still going better than last week, even with me clipping the wall right there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah, last week's, oh, I'm so frustrated whenever I ended last week. I was making some pretty big mistakes. Hey, that's why we practice. Yeah, I think people really underestimate wave races, just like an arcade racer. But man, it what I have learned over the past couple of weeks is it can be a really technical game.
Welcome to Southern Island.
All right, final race, guys.
3, 2, 1.
And we missed max power. What? I am not sure what happened there. That line should have been just fine for that. Interesting. I am going to have to go back and watch the footage on that guy because I really don't know what happened. Like I hit some sort of invisible wall. My guess is that the wave just dipped far enough and let me hit the sunken ship. If I were guessing, but man, that was rough. I'm also suspecting this N64 has something going on with one of the memory modules in it, but I noticed something playing Perfect Dark the other day, and it seemed like there was something going on.
You finished first and got 7 points. Great race.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Actually, I think I got it for my birthday as well. Actually, I'm pretty sure, but like whenever I got new consoles, it was typically a birthday. It was no, the N64 may have been Christmas. It's either birthday or Christmas. But anyways, yeah, you're definitely more accountable because it's your day's game. It's like I should just crush it at this. But I think the other thing too is it's just a little less forgiving. It's like you don't have as many options to do things. You know, it's like you have to do it this one way. And I guess forgiving's probably not the right word because um, I do think that today's games are a heck of a lot more technical because, I mean, honestly, they're just over my head at times with all of the things that you can and have to do. But anyway, I think that one of the more frustrating things, like with Wave Race, is it's such a simple game on the surface. And then, yeah. And then whenever you just suck at it, like you only have a handful of things to do. You know, don't hit anything. You know, hit all the buoys the way you're supposed to, and go fast. I mean, that's pretty much it. You don't have a whole lot of. You don't have to grab power ups. You don't have combo moves to make. And whenever you miss those things, I think that it. Yeah, you do hold yourself more accountable because of that. I had a really good time on Drake Lake. I thought I did a little better than 121 as I was playing through it, but I think that last lap where I got hung up on the island really hurt me there. Yeah, so that was Wave Race. Do a little bonus course tonight. I'm feeling it a little bit. Let's jump back into time trials. Oops, did not mean to do that.
Select your watercraft, please. Select your course, please.
I want to jump back into Drake Lake. Felt really good at how that went. Oh my gosh. I just realized something too. I've been using the wrong view all night. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Imagine what this would have been like with correct view. Yeah, that lap wasn't the best. It was because of right through here. Got up on the island. I hit some of the grass. Alright, probably after this, probably gonna play Drake Lake one more time, just because I'm having fun. And then after that, we'll call it a night.
Almost had it. Three, two, one,
For our last one, we're gonna get that max power. And we're at least gonna have a clean race before, you know, we call it.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, got the max power. Okay. We're so good. I tapped that buoy back there. If this were, you know, like, if I were a serious player, I would have reset it right there, but I am not that serious. Oh!
3, 2, 1.
And we're not going to go out like that. We're not going to go out missing a buoy.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
pretty good hit. Kind of wish I could see like the lifetime hours on this cartridge. Because I bet as a kid, I mean, oh my goodness. Anyways, I bet as a kid I played this more than I did GoldenEye, which GoldenEye, I feel like, as like my friends group, that was probably like the #1 game that we played all the time. I think Wave Race is probably the one I have the most hours on. Yeah, there's a lot to Wave Race. A lot to optimize. Gameplay-wise, there's not a lot there. But yeah, there's just like, I think finding that perfect route, cutting the corners perfect. You know, do you take a hard curve? Do you just, you know, tilt your nose left or right? I think that there is a lot of technical play kind of hidden there, if you want to play it that way. But if you just want to casually play the game, you know, you can do that too. And that's one of the things I think is really cool about it. It's kind of appealing to different levels of players. And again, I would consider myself extremely like entry level. But like, not to the point to where I would just, you know, sleep on it. You know, I kind of have recognized that there are those layers there. Okay. That's what I want to go out on, right there. I want to end on a real positive vibe. I think a lap record is a good way to do that. Assuming we can finish this one fairly clean, this is going to be it. Alright, here we are. Check that out. That would be my personal best on Drake Lake of all time. Feels pretty good to end the night with that. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. I feel a lot better this week than I did after the stream last week. Yeah, so we're going to end it there. Appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. Just keep in mind we do this every Sunday and every Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday's Wave Race Wednesday. Sunday, I'm going to probably start calling that 64 Sunday. Sunday we might start playing some random games that aren't Wave Race, but for the foreseeable future, it's going to be Wave Race. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys on Wednesday. But be sure to hit me up on social media and all that good stuff. But until next time, enjoy your week, and don't underestimate the N64. Later, guys.